they did a nice job. And I didn't have a very good plan, and we just seemed like after we threw the one interception in the first half, they gained a lot of confidence, and we didn't. And I'm guessing they did a good job. And I think that was the key to the game. I got to do a better job. And our defense stepped up, and special teams were all right on both sides, but their defense was better than our offense today.
How much was Blake 100% out there, or was it some stuff they did defensively, or it looked like some of his throws?
Give them credit. No, I give Kent State credit. They did a good job. And we never had the field position. Trying to make a couple plays, and then they did a good job of mugging us.
It seemed like with him that his throws were kind of down.
It wasn't, it was all, they had good pressure. Terry Horn was really good, 69, and good pass rushers, and they were just better than us today.
You mentioned field position. I think 4 of the last 5 drives, you started from inside 15,
we didn't do anything with the, we down them on a 1, and defense did a good job, and then, we didn't get a first down there, and then it kind of just stayed their way. As I said, really since the end of the first half, we just, they just seemed to gain confidence in that way. I wouldn't say we lost confidence in offense, but I just couldn't get a call made, and credit them. They did a good job.
Whip, seemed like you tried a few different things with a couple of the trick plays. You came out in a power look on a drive. What specifically about the way you called the game didn't you like how it worked out?
Yeah, we only scored 1 touchdown. So, credit Kent State. I told the players I got to do a better job. Their plan was a lot better than ours, and played out. Disappointing for the kids. We practiced well. We prepared well the last 2 weeks. And one side of the ball didn't show up tonight, and it was the offense, and credit our defense. So we just got to get back to work.
Have you seen enough of Bolus on tape to see what he was able to do running-wise coming into the game? Looks like he kept a few plays alive.
Yeah, he made some plays, with his feet, and they didn't turn the ball over at the end of the half again, but that was, he made some plays with his feet. They made some first downs just, by half a yard, and they did enough to win the game. Their field goal kicker made his, and we missed one, and safety always kind of gets the defense up. So, Bowles, he did a good job, good enough to win the game.
The job they did on Tajay, did that kind of take away a lot of what you've been successful with offensively?
Yeah, a couple of times we had balls batted that we had them on some things, and they did a good job. And then they doubled them and grabbed them a lot, and so we motioned them out, but we were just out of sync on offense. Never really got any confidence. They didn't give me any confidence really. Our guys in the second half, and just one of those days it happens.
When you see that they don't have that confidence, or maybe they're not executing the way you want, how does that affect kind of what you're drawing up and calling out there in terms of plays?
Well, I was trying everything, just couldn't get it to fit in the right time, right thing, They, wasn't like we didn't know what they were doing, but we just didn't execute. We dropped the ball sometimes at the end. It felt like we had something, and missed some throws, and then you got to credit them. We'll fix those this week. I just don't want to take away anything from Kent State. Paul did a good job. They came in there hungry and did a good job on defense.
With what Julian said about the starting position in that fourth quarter, how does that limit what you're trying to do, what you can do when you're backed up?
You limit some of the game plan, but a lot of it we got a backed up deal, and we're going to try to take one shot, and they mugged Taj pretty good, and on the safety, but probably maybe should have run it a little bit more. We just never seemed to get that one play that would get us going. I said ever since the interception. So you have those days, you have those nights. Unfortunately.
No, Blake had the interception. He also stepped out of the back of the end zone on the safety. Some of his throws seemed a little bit low. I mean, is he 100%? I mean, I know Matt asked the same question.
No, he's 100%.
He's 100% right now.
Like you showed the tape, he was like 26 and 28 the other night in practice. Yeah, you know, you have those days. We put a lot on him and have played that position. I've seen a lot of guys have those days. Brady, Ben, you know, it's some days you just don't, you know, and probably should have recognized. I thought he was going to make one and did at the end there. You know, we just didn't, had a couple batted and they put pressure on us, and just one of those days that it happens to good offenses.
Were you worried about how your team reacts and bounces back from it? This was a game you were excited about being back home.
Yeah, I always worry about that. You know, it's always the kids, but they're resilient, and this was a big game for us, no question. And they were all right in the locker room, but we'll get back to work. Get back to work on a Monday afternoon and put a good plan together. We got a great Toledo team coming in, and that's all you can do.
You talked in the preseason a lot about kind of the expectations. Do you think some of that's weighed on some of the guys this year, kind of the expectations coming into the season?
No, I don't know. We just got to play a good game together. That's probably we played one good game together, and that's what we won. You know, the offense did all right last week. Defense didn't. The offense wasn't very good this week, and you kind of like sitting here, you know. So we just gotta play better. You know, that's what we got to do, and that's what I plan on doing as the head coach, is getting them to play better, putting a plan together, and that works a little bit better, and got to work a lot better, and then it's just part of the coaching.
I know it happened late in the game, but how's Ronnie doing in terms of the health?
Well, he's had the ankle for a while. He just practiced a little bit this week, so and he walked in all right. So I'm sure he's a tough guy. I'm sure he'll be back.
Coach, you credited Kent State for the way they played, but how much of the penalties, the miscues, the injuries, how much did that really hurt you guys?
I don't know. We didn't have any injury issues. You know, no, we just didn't. So, you know, usually a lot, you gotta watch the tape. I'm sure there'll be some things there, but we just weren't on point. A lot of time, offensive hasn't doing a lot of rhythm, and we just did not have any rhythm at the end of the second quarter. Never thought halftime would be all right, but just never got the rhythm. You know, we moved the ball some, but it was so many penalties they kind of take it out. But you know, they do a good job of grabbing in, holding in. They do it against everybody, and they call a lot of them. But you know, we couldn't make that one throw, and that's why we got shut out.
What's the difference between this Kent State team and the one that you guys beat on the road last year?
I think that they were focused. I think that they have a good defense. I mean, you see it do, you know, against Minnesota, they did the same thing. Marshall, they played good. It wasn't. They're better than they were last year. They got the guys up front are really good. The secondary guys have all been back. They're all back. So that's the strength of their team. And, you know, we thought the offense was today, but their strength was better than our strength.
You go 52 rushing yards in the first quarter.
What's that?
You went 52 rushing yards in the first quarter. I think it was like 86, something like that. Did you figure that early on that you had something going there on the ground?
Yeah, we did, and as I said, we kind of like, as I said, we just didn't, probably should have, and then when you get backed up, you kind of make a play, but, you know, probably should have, but, you know, we had a couple there, and, you know, it's just something that we're going to look at. We probably got to be a little more balanced, and, yeah, you know, it's something that, you know, still, as I said last week, best guy is Fro, and you know, we put a lot of pressure on him, but you know, it wasn't like we had anything going in the second half. As I said, I just think that when that interception hit, their guys seemed to get like half a step faster. I think we had them on the ropes there, and then that just looked like they were playing a little bit faster than us. We need to make a play, and just couldn't get it.
Talk about just a little bit too, like the importance of takeaways and big ways. I think Pro mentioned it last week, where it's like when we have those moments, like they turn them, and they get guys under the hat.
Yeah, and it changes the field position. And you know, I said we didn't have one, and we did a job of throw up a Hail Mary, but probably, you know. But we didn't have. There wasn't any. You know, the game played out the way they wanted it to play it out, and I couldn't get it out of their hands. You know, it wasn't like we couldn't make the big play to get us something. And you know, and just wasn't, you know, it was like a kind of a rain day today. Hitting the T-ball sideways. It's hard to score, so that's about what it was. A few duck hooks and a few slices, and still make par, make birdie, but you just, you know, it makes it a lot harder. And then I credit Kent State. I don't want to take anything away from them. We'll look at ourselves, and Paul did a good job, and their guys did a better job than I did. So.